So this is the Armida A1 dive watch, and I've shot another video that's similar to this, and I think towards the end the sound might have disappeared. I don't know if that's my machine or it was something to do with when I did the video, but it prompted me to shoot that video again, and what I may have done is left a link on that video to this one, and hopefully this is another hopefully improved video of the Armida A1. But I suppose the two things I wanted to show here was dive watches and of course the Armida A1, this watch here. And in the previous video I mentioned the different the different sizes, and I had thought that the Armida 38mm, this model, was slightly different because of its profile. And I think I'd said that, in my opinion, I thought it might be a different watch because it is slightly different, especially from the side. But then I, retrospectively thought, hold on, the design cues are absolutely the same, and the aesthetic is the same. It's just the proportions of the bezel to dial, and also the side profile. It is slightly different with a chunkier bezel on the 38mm. But saying that, I really like the chunky bezel on the 38mm, and I think I've shown it a couple of times now. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Yeah, you can see there is a difference there. For some reason I really like the large chunky bezel, perforated bezel there, and the more pronounced domed sapphire crystal. For some reason I really like that, but I also like this, and we really are splitting hairs. And I think what might be different is this is on a different strap now. I've put it on this dark grey rubber strap, and I think the style of these straps dates back to the 70s, but it's obviously very nice, and I think it suits the diver style really well. And also what I really liked is that the dark grey matches the stainless steel, but it also matches the green teal colour, and of course the orange minute hand. And I've mentioned the orange minute hand there, and I think I said in the other video that it's that I believe that Omega were one of the first brands to highlight the minute hand in orange, because it appears very well in underwater. It contrasts very well, and the reason that you need well, you don't need it, but how the stopwatch function works is that you offer up the pointer on the bezel with the minute hand, and then time passes by, and you can see that then the minute hand will correspond to the duration along the bezel. And that was essentially what a dive watch was and did, and it's why you had one. And if you look at all the older dive watches, you'll see that on the bezel there's often a quarter of an hour, 15-minute marker, or it goes to 20 minutes, or it will go round to 30. But more importantly, sorry, not more importantly, but more commonly, it's either 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And I think this is because of the maximum time that normally divers would dive for. So it wasn't expected that they were going to be underwater beyond 30 minutes, because that would be considered too long, and probably oxygen tanks only have a duration of 30 minutes maximum anyway. Back in the 70s I imagine that That could have been the longest length of time that an oxygen tank would last. So you can see here that the marker at 15, indicating that the probable dive time would be about 15 minutes. I don't know for sure, but that was my opinion based on what I've heard and other people chatting about it. But this is the 45mm version, and it is again on this 70s styled rubber strap, and once again I really like it. I think these perforations here that have a mechanical use as well as aesthetic really do make it look like a tool watch, like it has function. And if I go to the profile, I really like this concertinaed look, and you can see that it flexes slightly, and that was the whole point, so that you could wear the watch around your wrist, not tightly but positioned, and it would have plenty of giving it, and that makes it very comfortable today. But I think this would probably be worn over a wetsuit, you can see that it's very useful. But today it definitely serves more as an aesthetic, and you can see how that might work. And I suppose at that point I will just show the size comparison once again. So this is the 42mm, this is the 45mm, and if I put the 45mm against the 38mm, that's where you see quite a bit of a size difference. What I can tell you is that I can wear both these watches. I really don't mind either of them, and if I offer up this one here, you can probably see that it looks okay, and maybe I haven't I'm not showing that as well as I could, but I certainly can wear the 38 and the 45mm, although some people might think that the 45 is too big, but I don't think so. I suppose 45mm is a statement piece anyway, but I like it. My favorite probably is the 40, the larger size. I think this does look better. Let me see if I can hold that around there. Yeah, I really like that. You could imagine going out somewhere. It might be a little too big for the office with a smartly. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think this would be cool in the office, and certainly on the beach or on holiday, or skiing, or obviously any water sport. This would look fantastic. It is a super style of watch, the diver style. In fact, I'll just pull the green out again. Oh, look at that! That strap matches my sleeve perfectly. That does look good. Imagine wearing that out. You would be glancing, at your wrist there often, and you could match the teal green with jeans, shorts, flip-flops. That would look cool, wouldn't it? Or a jacket. That would look very cool. That's nice looking, actually. And I really like the dark grey rubber strap. I think that looks great. And of course here I have the blue variant with the sunray dial, and it's on this bluish strap, and that looks nice. And yeah, it does match my top as well. I suppose these colours are all very complementary. I don't know what you call them. Are they drab colours or light drab colours? Not sure, but obviously if you're wearing anything blue, this is going to look great. For some reason, I think blue jeans or blue flip-flops, or yeah, a blue t-shirt, that's going to look fantastic. And also, with white or cream, it's going to look very good. And I have the brown dial version, And once again, I think this is my favorite, and I imagine that the strap here with this would look fantastic. I imagine that would look very good. But for some reason, I think the brown dial makes me think retro, makes me think, it actually makes me think of the 1970s. I do not know why. It's definitely not 80s or 90s. It makes me think 1970s. I really don't know why, but that's what I keep thinking when I look at the colour. And yes, the colour does match that orange minute hand. It does look very, very good. And you could see that going with anything cream or beige. Once again, or white or black. That's going to look very good. I mean, they do have different personas, don't they? Look at that, the brown one compared to the blue one. That's a different feel. It really is. The blue feels younger and more sporty. I think so anyway. For some reason, I might be making this up, but the blue feels that it feels, the colour of it, it feels more mature and grown up. And 1970s, it feels more retro. Now, if I pull the all black on the rubber strap, let's have a look at that. I mean, this really, it just has that, you know, utility feel. It looks very, it looks like you are going to go diving, or you're about to, you know, go adventuring somewhere, maybe sailing or climbing up a mountain or skiing. Actually, yeah. Now, I think you could do any sport with this, and also a black t-shirt, black jeans, a black outfit. That's going to look cool. Imagine wearing this and some black flip-flops and black t-shirt and a black shorts with a white t-shirt. That would work. Says he, the fashion guru. I wouldn't listen to me. It's just what I think off the top of my head. I'm going to pull the 38mm back into play, because this is not, well, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the strap, but yeah, this does have a 70s vibe. And the size of that, because it is smaller, it is slightly more muted, but it's not. It still stands out, and it's still, you know, it does have that utility look and feel. It is very nice. Once again, I was thinking, what do I prefer? And again, I think it's not really about what you prefer, because I like them all. And depending what you're wearing, I imagine they are, you know, if you had all these watches, you would be pairing them with an outfit, maybe. They are really good. The 45mm definitely is more of a statement. Wearing a watch this size with an accented orange hand, that's writing a check that hopefully you can cash, because it's cool, and it does stand out. I mean, look at that. Once again, you know, by total coincidence, the strap matches my top. And the teal, for some reason, really announces the watch, and announces that orange minute hand. It really is. That is cool. You know, I'm almost thinking, is this colorway the best? The green. It makes me think of the Rolex Hulk being green. But I think this looks better than the Rolex Hulk, to be honest. I don't have one here, otherwise I'd bring it out and show you. But anyway, this is the Armida A1. They look great. And you can obviously see the diver aesthetic in these watches. I've looked at a few watches recently, and I think this design and this particular watch has to be one of the most pleasant diver watches out there. it looks very good. And to add, all these are automatic, so they all wind up automatically. They're all mechanical watches. And anyway, I'm going to say ciao at that. I hope I've shown you these watches, and I hope this video is at least interesting, and I will say goodbye for now.